This is a how to operate video for the 4090 wood chipper. It is important before you operate this wood chipper that you wear the correct PPE. It's important that you either wear earplugs or earmuffs for hearing protection. You put on some safety glasses or even a full chainsaw face shield for eye protection. And also closed-toe shoes to keep your feet safe, and in certain cases gloves are really handy to keep yourself from getting slivers and cuts. Also, check to make sure the discharge area is clear so a chip pile can be created safely. The 4090 chipper has been made with some specific safety features. The E-stop or emergency stop can be pressed anytime to shut the machine off in an emergency. It is also very important that the operator never put their hands or feet past the guard in the in-feed chute. And also that the operator never put their hands or feet in the discharge chute during operation. A full list of safety details can be found in the owner's manual, located in the owner's manual canister or on the Splitfire website. If there's any material left in the in-feed chute, it must be removed before you start the machine. Then lift the E-stop by gently twisting and pulling. Once the green ring is visible, the E-stop is in the up/run position. Turn the fuel switch to the on position. The choke can then be pulled to the on position. And keep in mind, even if the engine's warm, the choke sometimes is needed to start the engine. And push the throttle to the quarter throttle position. And then you can pull to start the motor. And when the engine is running, you can turn off the choke. After the choke is turned off, allow the engine to warm up for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Then gradually increase the throttle to the 100% throttle position. It is very important that the 4090 chipper always runs at full 100% throttle. Once the chipper is running at 100% throttle, chipping can begin. Keep in mind, you can get a good feel for it by starting to chip your small branches first. When chipping branches of 0 to 2 inches, the branch can be unlimited length. Bear in mind, you might need to trim the branch to make it suitable for lifting into the chipper. When you get into your bit of a bigger branch, that ranging from, let's say, 2 to 3 inches, cut them to a length between 3 and 4 feet. This will ensure that you can put the branch in there and the chipper will maintain rotor RPMs and chip the whole piece. And when you get to your larger sections that are, let's say, 3 to 4 inches, cut them to no longer than 24 to 26 inches. This will ensure the chipper chips the whole piece without any risk of jams or rotor stoppage. When chipping medium branches like this, with lots of small branches on it, if you notice that the wood chipper RPM is dropping rapidly, grab the top of the branch to stop from feeding so the chipper can regain RPMs. Once the chipper has regained RPMs, allow it to continue chipping. Always remember, if the branch is farther in the in-feed chute than the lip, do not try to stop from chipping. Let it go and it will finish the branch on its own. The throttle should be used to turn the machine off, not the E-stop. The E-stop should really be only used for emergency purposes. To shut down the 4090 chipper, the throttle position must be lowered to an idle. It should remain here for about 30 seconds while the rotor slows down, and from there it can be pushed to the stop/off position. The motor will now turn itself off and it is shut down. Then the fuel control can be turned to the off position for traveling. Note that when refueling the machine, a premium fuel should be used. So once the motor is fully off and the fuel is turned off, the chipper can be towed to the next work area or stored for use at a later date. If you ever have questions and you've rented this machine, contact your local rental location. And if you've purchased this machine, contact Splitfire directly, or for more answers, go to our website. For more 4090 how-to videos, visit our Splitfire YouTube channel. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe.